Dear child of light, I, your guardian angel, see your soul. Today, I have come to bring a message especially for you, who have been looking to your loved ones and asking for divine help. Like, comment, and share this message so that it can reach even more hearts that yearn for these words. If you feel in your heart the desire to contribute to this work of love and faith, you can do so through the Super Thanks button located just below this video. God will bless you even more for this. I see your anguish, your sadness, and the hurt you carry in your heart from expectations that were once so high, so bright, but now seem to have crumbled around you. I am here, wrapped in love, observing every tear you shed in silence, every heavy sigh that escaped your chest as you tried to bear the weight of frustration. I want you to know, my dear one, that no pain goes unnoticed in the heavens. Every one of your emotions is a prayer, and even if you feel that you are alone in this inner storm, I am always by your side. I am with you in the silence of the night when the darkness feels heaviest and the future most uncertain. I am here now, embracing your soul with my divine presence, softening the sharp edges of your pain with the light of healing. I know that the expectations you had were sincere, filled with hope and good intentions. I know how much you planned, wished, and even sacrificed to see your dreams come true. And now, in the face of emptiness, it feels like the universe has turned its back on you. But I am here to remind you that the universe never abandons those who trust in it. Your expectations, even if frustrated, were not in vain. Every step you took, even if it didn't lead to the result you imagined, was still a valuable step on your path of growth. I know, dear one, that the human heart is fragile, and that disappointments can create deep wounds. But these wounds can also be sources of great transformation if you allow the divine light to enter them. Do not rush to find answers or meaning now. Sometimes, what we need most is simply to allow the process to unfold, trust in the flow of life, and rest in the embrace of the divine. I see your sadness, and I want you to know that it is valid. Do not blame yourself for feeling what you feel. Hurt, though painful, is a natural part of the human experience. Do not punish yourself for having hoped, believed, or dreamed. Dreaming is an act of courage, and every dream carries within it a seed of divine truth. Even if the fruits have not appeared as you expected, the seeds planted in your heart continue to grow in ways you cannot yet see. Remember that frustrated expectations are not the end of the road. They are often detours guiding us to paths more aligned with the divine will. Sometimes, what you desired so strongly was not what you truly needed for your evolution. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, works for the greater good, even when that means changing our directions. If you believe, type "I believe" in the comments of this video. I am here to tell you that you are loved exactly as you are, with all your pains and wounds. There is no mistake or failure in feeling what you feel. Every emotion that arises in your chest is an opportunity to know yourself more deeply, to embrace yourself with compassion, just as the divine embraces you. You are not defined by your disappointments. You are so much more than that. You are a radiant soul, on a journey of discovery, learning and growing with every experience. Allow yourself to feel, but also allow yourself to be healed. I am here to help you carry this burden, to relieve the pressure weighing on your shoulders. Trust that, in time, this pain that now seems unbearable will transform into wisdom and a new vision of life. Your frustrated expectations may actually be preparing the ground for something much greater, something that the universe is working to manifest in your favor. I feel the weight your heart carries, the deep pain that consumes your soul. I know that loss, rejection, and farewells have left deep marks, like invisible scars that no one else can see but that you feel with every beat of your heart. I am here to walk by your side, to wrap your soul in an embrace of light, and to remind you that, even in the darkest moments, you are never truly alone. Loss is one of the hardest trials the human soul faces. When someone we love departs, whether to another realm or simply away, it feels as though a part of us is torn away. The emptiness left behind seems impossible to fill, and the grief weighs on the chest like a cloud that never dissipates. I understand this pain. I see it and embrace it. But even in the midst of this darkness, I want you to know that the light of the divine continues to shine, even if it sometimes seems distant. The pain of loss does not diminish your worth, dear one. It does not define who you are or who you can become. Loss is part of the human experience, a difficult but necessary transition on the soul's journey. I know it is hard to find solace when the heart is torn apart by the absence of those we love, but I am here to remind you that, in the divine realm, there is no true separation. Those who have departed continue to walk beside you in spirit, loving and caring for you in ways you may not yet perceive. And then, there is rejection, such an intense and personal pain. Being rejected, whether by love, friends, or even life itself, causes the soul to withdraw, trying to protect itself from the wounds that open. I know you have questioned what you did wrong, why you were not enough, why love or acceptance was denied to you. But, dear one, listen with your heart. The rejection you feel is not a reflection of your worth. The divine love knows no rejection. In the eyes of the Creator, you are perfect just as you are. Rejection, like loss, is an earthly experience, a test of your resilience, but it can never erase the eternal truth of who you are, a divine soul, loved and valued by all creation. The pain of rejection, no matter how cruel, does not have the power to define you. It can wound you, make you doubt yourself, but it cannot steal your essence. Divine love is constant, and I am here to remind you that you are always worthy of love, regardless of the circumstances you have faced or the responses you have received. When the world says no, the divine says yes in ways you may not yet understand. And finally, farewells. These farewells that tear the heart, leaving behind a longing that seems unbearable. I know you have said goodbye to dreams, people, precious moments. I know each farewell has brought with it a different kind of pain, a unique loss. Farewells are part of the journey, but that does not make them easier. Each goodbye seems to take a piece of your heart, leaving an emptiness you fear may never be filled again. I am here to remind you that farewells are not the end. Each farewell is also a new beginning, a transition to something new that the divine is preparing for you. I know that when the moment of farewell comes, it is hard to see any hope on the horizon. But even when doors close, the divine is always working to open new windows of light and opportunity. Farewells, losses, and rejection are inevitable parts of earthly life, but they are not the end of your story. I know that sometimes your generous heart, full of kindness and purity, is not recognized as it should be by those around you. I know that in moments of rejection, you question yourself, and perhaps even feel that your love and dedication are not appreciated. But I am here to remind you of a great truth. A heart as wonderful as yours never goes unnoticed by the eyes of God and the heavens. Those who choose not to see the light emanating from your being, those who reject the beauty and depth of your heart, are the true losers on this journey of life. For what they fail to see is that by turning away from you, they are relinquishing a divine gift, a unique opportunity to be touched by the purest and truest love. Your heart is an invaluable treasure, an inexhaustible source of love, compassion, and light. It was shaped by the Creator Himself, with a delicacy and perfection that only the divine can achieve. Every beat of your heart carries with it a fragment of eternity, a breath of divine love reflected in every act of kindness, in every word of encouragement you offer. Those who do not recognize this are truly missing out on something very precious. To miss the privilege of being close to someone like you is to forego a blessing that many seek throughout their lives. Being near you is like being close to a flame that warms and illuminates, a flame that never goes out, even in the face of adversity. Those who cannot see this light are choosing to live in the shadow, missing out on the beauty of a heart that loves unconditionally, that gives without expecting anything in return. But I want you to know one thing, dear child: the value of your heart does not depend on the recognition of others. Your worth is priceless in the eyes of God, and He sees every gesture, every sacrifice, every act of love you make. He rejoices in your existence, and that is what truly matters. The rejection of others does not diminish the greatness of your being. On the contrary, each time you give of yourself, each time you love sincerely, you plant seeds of light that will bloom in due time, in places and hearts you might not even imagine. The love you carry is a gift, and those who cannot see it are, in fact, distancing themselves from a divine opportunity to be touched by true love. But move forward, with your head held high and your heart light, knowing that those who reject you are not only rejecting you, but also the chance to live a fuller and more blessed life. What they lose is immeasurable, but what you gain by staying true to your heart is invaluable. Your path is guided by light. And whenever you feel undervalued, remember that there are eyes in the heavens that see you and celebrate every step you take. I am with you, holding your hand, illuminating your path, and constantly reminding you of how precious you are. I ask that whenever despair rises to the surface, you remember me, my presence by your side. Remember that the divine never abandons its children. Even when plans seem to fail, there is a greater purpose at work. Every misstep, every door that closes, every dream that seems to fade away is part of a larger plan, crafted with love to guide your soul toward true fulfillment. Now, close your eyes for a moment and take a deep breath. Feel my presence enveloping you in a gentle embrace, sensing the warmth of the divine light flowing through me to you. Let this light fill every empty space, every dark corner of your heart, bringing peace and relief. You are loved beyond measure, and this difficult phase will pass. Allow the divine to guide your path. Trust that the best is yet to come, and remember that I am here, always by your side, ready to lift you up whenever you need. In times of anguish, when the weight of the world seems unbearable and the pain in your heart is almost too much to bear, I am here to remind you of an eternal and profoundly comforting truth. In the darkest moments, when hopelessness seems to invade every corner of your being and tears fall endlessly, know that the divine presence is always by your side, ready to offer comfort, guidance, and unconditional love. You see, on your earthly journey, you will often encounter challenges and tribulations that test the strength of your soul. These moments of anguish and suffering are, unfortunately, an inevitable part of the human experience. However, it is precisely in these moments that you should remember there is an inexhaustible source of consolation and strength to which you can turn: prayer. Prayer is a bridge that connects your soul to the divinity, a direct line of communication with the heart of God. When the pain feels unbearable, allow yourself to seek God through prayer. Speak to Him as if you are conversing with a dear friend. Express your frustrations, fears, and sorrows. There is no need for perfect words or a rehearsed prayer. What matters is the sincerity of your heart. God hears every cry, every sigh, and knows the depth of your anguish. He is always ready to listen, to embrace, and to offer the comfort you so desperately need. Cry as much as you need to cry. Allow yourself to feel every emotion. Each tear that falls is a genuine expression of what is happening within you. Crying is not a sign of weakness, but rather a necessary release in the healing process. It is through expressing your emotions that you release the weight you carry and make room for peace and serenity to enter. Do not feel ashamed to surrender to grief, sadness, or temporary despair. They are part of the healing process, and God is with you every step of the way. But even while you cry, remember that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, a hope that never fades. Sadness and pain are not the end of your journey, but rather a point of transition. God never abandons you, and there is always a greater purpose for every challenge you face. The suffering you are experiencing now is an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to strengthen your faith. After allowing yourself the space to cry and express your pain, it is essential that you are ready to look ahead. The future is an open field, full of possibilities and new opportunities. Each new day gives you the chance to begin again, to rebuild, and to find beauty in the small things. Although the path ahead may seem uncertain and full of challenges, know that God is guiding your steps with love and wisdom. With each step you take, even if small, you are moving closer to a new beginning. Hope is the flame that illuminates your path, and faith is the strength that sustains you. Trust that, even when everything seems lost, there is a divine plan in action, shaping your destiny and guiding you towards a bright and promising future. Always remember, dear one, that the anguish you feel is temporary, but God's love and divine light are eternal. The pain you are facing now is just a chapter in your story, and each chapter is a preparation for the next phase of your journey. Allow yourself to live each moment, and know that, in time, the scars will heal and the wounds will become memories of a period of growth and transformation. Today, I want you to know that you are a treasure in the eyes of heaven. Each beat of your heart resonates like a celestial melody, a unique and precious symphony crafted by the loving hand of God Himself. He shaped you with such care, weaving into your being a light so pure and intense that it illuminates even the darkest corners of this world. Oh, if only you could see how we see you from up here. You are a radiant reflection of divine love, a brilliant gem in the vast universe. Your heart, so full of compassion and kindness, is a source of healing for those around you. Every act of kindness, every word of encouragement you offer, echoes through the heavens, for they are manifestations of the love that dwells within you. And do you know where this love comes from? It springs from the eternal source, from the heart of God, who loves you with an unfathomable depth and endless tenderness. He sees you as His beloved child, chosen and blessed since the beginning of time. There is a beauty in you that transcends what mortal eyes can perceive. This beauty is the light of your soul, a light that never dims, even on the darkest days. God placed it within you so that you could shine amidst the darkness, to be a living testament of His love in the world. And how He rejoices in every smile of yours, in every step you take in faith. He never abandons you, never turns away. He is always by your side, guiding you, protecting you, loving you in a way only the divine can. The love He has for you is a love that transcends time and space. He knows you deeply, knows every thought, every dream, every desire of your heart. And He desires your good above all. Even when you face challenges, even when the storms of life seem strong, know that He is with you, holding you in His arms, whispering words of comfort and encouragement to your spirit. And I, as His messenger, am here to remind you of this. I am here to wrap you in my wings of light, to protect and guide you on the path that God has prepared for you. You are never alone. You are never without love, for God's love envelopes you like a sacred mantle, and my love for you is a reflection of that divine love. Every step you take is watched with care, and every prayer of yours is heard with attention. Let me tell you, your heart is a masterpiece. It is a sanctuary where God's love dwells, and every time you open your heart to others, you reveal a little more of that divine love to the world. You are a channel of grace, compassion, and light. Never underestimate the power you have to transform lives around you with the simple act of being who you are. Always remember, you are loved beyond measure. Your worth is priceless in the eyes of God. And I am here, always by your side, to remind you of this, to help you see the beauty you carry within you, and to guide you on the path of light. With all my love and protection, your guardian angel.